What's up guys, welcome to the channel, and in today's video I'm going to talk about the fifth exercise, and this exercise is based on students. So this exercise is going to be named a student management system. So in this exercise we have three students right here, and his name is, for example, Lewis. His name is Simon, and his name is Vic. And these guys are really dumb, so they don't know what they have studied, and when their exam is coming, and that what food they have eaten. So their exam is coming in 3 weeks, and they are really pumped up for their exams. So they need a program that tells that what food they have eaten and what chapters have they covered. So for that they need a program right here. So these guys, Vic, Simon and Lewis, so their exam is coming and they need a program that logs their food eaten and the chapters that they have studied. So during exams, food is really important, and what you consume is really important as well. Because if you consume any junk food, your stomach can get hurt, and that you may or may not be able to give the exam. And that they also need a program to log the chapters that they have covered, because during exams people and students often forget what chapters they have yet to cover and what is the syllabus, and what chapters they have covered. So these guys really need a program to do that as well. So we are going to make a program that asks us that do you want to access the information for Lewis, Simon or Vic. Then for example, if the program is asking us that user please enter 1 for Lewis, 2 for Simon and 3 for Vic, and for example if the so these guys really need a program to do that as well. So we are going to make a program that asks us that do you want to access the information for Lewis, Simon or Vic. Then for example, if the program is asking us that user please enter 1 for Lewis, 2 for Simon and 3 for Vic, and for example if the user entered 1, then the program will ask that do you want to enter data or do you want to read data. That is, do you want to write data or do you want to read data. And if the user, for example, chooses to enter data, then the program will ask that do you want to enter data in the food or do you want to enter data in the study. And if the user, for example, enters study, then the program has to ask that enter the data that is going to be in the study file. So for example, if I entered environmental sciences, that is NVSC, I'm just writing the short form here. So if I enter environmental sciences, then the program has to log the data inside the file, that is the study file. So basically in this program we are going to make the use of files, and this is a big hint guys. This is a big hint, and we have talked about files in this Python playlist, and I'm pretty sure that you might know about Python files. And if you don't, you can go back to my videos and you can know about files. And if you haven't accessed my Python for Absolute Beginners playlist, the link is in the description. But we have talked about files, and in this program we basically have to use files. So you'll have to make 6 files, and 2 will be for Lewis, 2 will be for Simon and 2 will be for Vic. And in these 2 files, each will be a food file and one will be a study file. So the food file will contain all of the things that Lewis has eaten, and in these 2 files, the food file and study file, this food file right here, so it will contain the food that Simon has eaten, and similarly this 2 number right here, it will split to F and S. So this food file right here, it will contain the food that Vic has eaten. And similarly, the study file right here, it will contain the content that each one of them has read. So for example, if Lewis has read environmental sciences, as you can see here, so I have written environmental sciences, and the program will log environmental sciences to that file. So for example, Simon has read history. The program will log history to the study file of Simon. And if Vic has read, for example, mathematics, then the program will log mathematics to Vic's study file. So I hope that you understand what this exercise is going to be. I am quickly going to my PyCharm ID in order to make a new Python file, and I'll just write everything what the program will do. So I'm going to write exercise 5. And guys, this is going to be a bit longer video because I really need to explain it to you what this program should do. And I've given you a big hint that this program is going to use file basics, that is the functions that we have learned in our Python for Absolute Beginners playlist. So in this exercise, the program will first ask that program will ask enter 1 for Lewis, 2 for Simon, and 3 for Vic. So I'll just wrap it up. So the program is going to ask that user please enter 1 for Lewis, 2 for Simon, 3 for Vic. And after that, if the user enters, this time if the user enters 2, then the program has to print that do you want to add content or do you want to read content. And this will be, do you want to one to add content or do you want to two to read content. So for example, if the user enters that 2 for reading, if the user enters 2, I'm going to write user 2 for reading. And I'm going to cut this read. So if the user enters 2, the program now has to print that do you want to access the food file or study file. So if the user says that I'll write 1 for food and 2 for study. So if the user types in 1, that is food file, so now the program has to print everything that's in the food file because the user wanted to read the content in the file, and after that he selected food file for Simon. So we are basically going to make 6 files, and one of the 6 files will be food underscore Simon. So the program should read everything that's inside food underscore Simon, and an answer video will be also coming up for this exercise. So don't worry if you don't get it, but you can search it on the net. If you don't get it, I'm pretty sure people might have typed in a similar program as well, and that you can also discuss it with me in the comment section below if you have any doubts. So the program, I'll write the things that the program will do. The program will read the content in food underscore Simon dot txt. So basically you guys have to make 6 files right here. As I told you, you have to make 6 files, and those files will be food Simon, then it will be study Simon, and then it will be food Lewis, and then study Lewis, and then food underscore Vic, and then study underscore Vic. So these are the 6 files that you are going to make in order to log the data. So I hope that you understood this exercise, and I'll give another example as well, that the if the program asks that enter 1 for Lewis, 2 for Simon, and 3 for Vic, and if the user enters 3 this time, then the program asks that do you want to add content or do you want to read content. And if the user enters that I want to add content, then the program asks that you do you want to access the food file or do you want to access the study file. And if the user enters 2 this time, that is I want to access the study file, the program will ask the user this time. So this time it won't read the file. The program will ask the user to enter something. For example, Vic has learned about mathematics, so the user will enter mathematics chapter 3, and the program will log into the study file for Vic, that is study underscore Vic. And after that, after logging the file, the program has to print successfully logged. It has to print successfully logged. So it has to print successfully logged, and that will make sure that the content that the user has entered, that is mathematics chapter 3, it has gone into study Vic. So I hope that you guys understood exercise 5, that is the student management system. And I'm just going to write the heading, that is student management system. And this is going to be a really good exercise, and I feel that this is going to be a bit tough, but if you do it, I can tell you that you have mastered the concept of file IO. And by using for loops and while loops, you can do this. Actually, I'm giving too many hints right now, so I need to keep my mouth shut on that. But I've actually given the whole procedure, and I've also shown into paint 3D how the program will work by giving a pseudocode right here. So I hope that you guys understood this times exercise, that is the student management system. Hope you guys write your answers down in the comment section below, as I'm going to make a answer video about this as well, where I'll give you shout outs and I'll also solve the answer myself by using my logic. And hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you're safe, and I'll see you next time.